welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to cook a southern fried pork chop the healthy way. That's why you don't see the egg yolks or milk or anything. So you're going to need some flour, some oil, black pepper, salt, seasoning salt, and I use cayenne pepper. That's optional. You want to turn up your oven to about medium. You want to put, whenever you're frying stuff, when you look at the top right hand corner of my screen there, the information card, there's a playlist for fried foods. You always want to put the amount of oil in it that's going to come up halfway up to what you're frying. So you want it to come halfway up to this, but also when you put this in there, the oil is going to rise up too, so you have to allow for that. And that's something that you'll get. So we're letting that heat up. Put that aside. So instead of using the milk and or the eggs, whatever, the wash, we're just going to have a wet pork chop. After you're done rinsing it, just put it on a plate instead of patting it dry. We're going to do all this season to taste. You're going to get better at what you like. I like a good amount of pepper. It looks like a lot, but it's not as much as it looks like, because you're only going to have this flour around your chicken, and then I don't use a lot of salt either, but for this I'll use more salt than normal because it's just going in the flour, and there's a lot of flour there. Alright, so the seasoning salt, this doesn't take much. We're just going to use about that much. Same with the cayenne pepper. Just about like that. And all these you'll decide whether you want more or less. And we're going to mix this together. If you got a whisk, you can do it with a whisk, or just go ahead and mix this around. Okay. See how that looks? It looks like a good amount there. That's what you want it to look like at the end. Okay, the handle is pretty warm, so we're going to put the piece of wood in. So if you got a piece of wood, put it in there. If you can see it bubbling up down there, that's how you know when it's ready. Excuse me. If you have a lot more oil, of course, it's going to bubble more. I'm only doing one pork chop, so you're going to need more flour if you want to do more than just one. I'm going to try to do this without making a mess. Okay. Alright, that's all you gotta do. Just get it lightly coated. Go ahead and put it in the pan. Okay, we'll let that start cooking. Now, there's really no time for it, probably 8 or 9 minutes, but it's going to start browning up just like chicken. It's going to start browning up on the side, and you'll be able to see that halfway up it's done, and there'll be some blood on the top here, because that's where it's raising, and we'll know when to flip it over. Okay, let's check it. Difficult. Gotta get a piece of it. Okay. Now we'll let it cook on the other side. Almost the same amount of time, but not. Okay. It's about done. Actually, you want to use a fork. It's a lot easier. That's what my mom used to use. The tongs are just kind of a pain. Alright. You can tell by the plate, it's a pretty big pork chop. And as always, when you cook meat, you want to take it out 20 minutes before you cook to let it cool to room temperature. And the same thing when it's out, you want to let it cool for just a couple of minutes for it to keep cooking inside and the juices to stay inside. Okay, we're going to go ahead and cut into it. Nice and juicy inside. See there? Alright, if I haven't put you to sleep yet, you got a lot of patience. But this is how you cook a healthy southern fried pork chop. I'm going to go ahead and taste it. Nice and juicy. And that was way too big a bite for my mouth. Remember, don't hate, congratulate.